Dearest Utah, theatre patron, my name is Lady Powderton. You do not know me, and rest assured you never shall. But be forewarned, dear patron, I certainly know you. The time has come to place our bets for the upcoming local theatre season. Consider CenterPoint Legacy Theatre's 2024 production of School of Rock. A success, it most definitely was. It did, however, fall short of perfection. The word that encapsulates this production is hardcore. This patron had the opportunity to view the Monday, Wednesday, Friday cast. As I took my seat towards the front of the mezzanine, the opening announcement mentioned that all instruments heard were going to be played live on stage, which was metaphorical music to this patron's ears. I was very excited to be able to experience this part of the production, and so it was to this patron's disappointment to see the very first musical number presented via mimicry. Luckily, the children taking part in the production were much more adept than their adult counterparts in playing instruments of the rock and roll variety. The adolescents in the show absolutely stole it. Every child oozed with talent as they all acted their parts, sang their harmonies, danced with precision, and did indeed play their respective rock and roll instruments with meticulousness. This was by far the most hardcore aspect of the production, and by the end, this patron found herself standing up, applauding, and screaming as if at a rock and roll concert. As the young characters in the show start to learn their instruments, there is a magic that is introduced not previously present in the show. A couple of standout performances include Lawrence the keyboardist and Zach the guitarist. Special note should be given for the guitarist's ability. Although the actor is just 13 years old, this young man gave this patron gooseflesh as he pounded out guitar solo after guitar solo. Hardcore indeed. He played circles around who was supposed to be the guitar teacher, Dewey Finn. This was not out of the ordinary for this production. This patron was delighted any time just the youth were on stage. It maintained that magic. The whole presentation seemed to drop in quality any time adults joined them. Nowhere was this more true than in the song If Only You Would Listen, a wonderful ballad that was sung pitch perfectly by these youngsters and this patron's favourite number in the show. The one exception to this observation was the actor who portrayed Ms. Mullins. She was a revelation. Every note was perfection. As I listened to her sing and flawlessly act, my mind began to race. Who was this actor? Was she a professional artist? Would I be able to purchase her music to listen to at my leisure? She was, truthfully, that good. Unfortunately, that talent did not encompass the whole cast. The actor playing Patty was fairly awful. Line recitation was rote, and pitches sung were never quite accurate. Luckily, the part is not a large one, and it proved to not be too distracting. The actor playing the lead, Dewey, was well cast. While not exactly hardcore, the jokester did his best to keep up with the dancing, playing, singing, and comedic timing, while maintaining his presence on stage for almost the entirety of the show. This patron did notice that one of the guitar solos meant for Dewey was sung vocally instead of played on the instrument. While not incredibly distracting, it is difficult to tell if this was intentional or due to lack of ability. Next, the use of projection and screens, lighting, fog, movable set pieces, and scenic changes was magnificent, and, you guessed it, hardcore. The transitions between scenes allowed this patron to immediately immerse herself into the next locale. Highest marks to the set designers and production assistants that were able to make that happen. One minor quibble was the unnecessary censoring that took place. While this patron does not delight in profanity, it can be extremely distracting to hear mimicked cursing. The production staff and theatre management might consider the possibility that it would be all right to allow actors to say words like piss and ass. That would at least have lined up with the show's overall message of sticking it to the man and being hardcore. School of Rock is currently playing at CenterPoint Legacy Theatre through August 31st. This patron gives the show 4.5 out of 5 cups of tea. Tickets can be purchased at centerpointtheatre.org. While this review might be considered too hardcore by some, have no fear, gentle patrons. I am just getting started. For this patron has at her disposal a most powerful weapon that others lack. My pen. For I shall wield this sword most keenly. Every transgression of the local stage will be recorded, no matter who you are, or what your name may be. For if anyone is going to tell the truth, dear patron, it is I. Yours truly, Lady Powderton.